Hey guys, this is one of my my usual tongue-in-cheek videos. Today there's not going to be any skits, no jokes, no laughs. I'm not going to call myself ugly. Today I'm just James. Coming to you from one of my favorite places, one of my favorite eateries here in Iloilo City. Today's almost 1 year to the day of when I arrived here. I'm going to tell you about the good and the bad and the things I never saw coming. I didn't come here looking for love. I didn't come here chasing paradise. Well, maybe I wanted a little love. But why I came here is I just wanted peace. Back home, life was expensive. People were cold. The American dream felt like a hamster wheel I couldn't step off of. I felt like I was on Groundhog Day. I'd drink a few I'd go to work. I'd come home after 12 hours. I'd drink a few beers. I'd pass out and I'd start all over again. I was ready to trade deadlines for daylight. And for all its unknowns, something about the Philippines felt like a place where I could just breathe again. Let me just set it straight. My first 2 months in the Philippines, I went full idiot. I fell for the bar girl fantasy hard. If you've been there, you know the scene. Loud music, low lights, girls in high heels with smiles super big, too perfect. You walk in thinking you're a customer. You walk out, you feel like you're her boyfriend. She calls you baby like she's known you for years. She laughs at all your jokes. She holds your arms, gives you that look. You know that look. And for a second, you believe it. You feel wanted. And the girls, man, they're great at convincing you of this. It's like they went to school for it. And here's the twist. The drinks aren't cheap. In fact, they're ridiculously overpriced. But you don't care, because it's not about the drink. It's about the feeling. And you've spent years in the US or the UK or Australia feeling like you're invisible. That feeling here is worth more than money. Looking back, I knew it wasn't real. But in the moment, I let myself believe it. I bought into the illusion. I bought the dream. I got played, and I played myself. Still, I don't regret any of it. It was part of the journey through the smoke and mirrors. It's what led me to something real. Then came Ding, the Dingster. No games, no agenda. Just a woman who saw me. I think she really saw me. We started kind of slow. But it didn't take long for me to realize she was the one thing in my life that kind of made sense. She didn't need rescuing. She wasn't chasing a ticket out. She just wanted someone honest. And so did I. Somehow this grumpy middle-aged expat ended up with a woman who made him believe in love again. And she's pretty hot. Well, everyone asks me, is it cheap to live here? Yeah, but if you're not trying to live like you're in California, if you adapt to local life, eat local food, live simply, you can live well on very little. You're not just existing. I'm not just existing. I'm having a fairly good life here. My rent is a fraction of what it was in the United States or back home. My bills are manageable. I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but for the first time in a long time, I'm not stressed about bills. But if you want to import your whole Western lifestyle, you're going to pay dearly for it. Finding a place here, it's surprisingly easy. You won't do it through Zillow or any of those fancy applications on your phone. You do it by walking around, asking questions, and talking to people. Yeah, the boots on the ground approach. I've lived in hotels, condos, and now, well, an apartment, and now a real house. There's something for every budget. You just have to stop thinking like a tourist and start living like a local. The expat crowd here, well, it's like a Facebook post. It's complicated. Some guys are thriving, others look like they lost a bet with life. Some guys try to scam you, some guys give you the shirt off their back. You'll find old souls, young egos, and every flavor of burnout in between. You'll hear every opinion, some of them helpful, most of them bitter. Choose your friends wisely. I've made a few solid friends, and I've learned to walk away from the barstool philosophers, most of the scammers. If there's one thing I still haven't got used to, it's the traffic. And even in a smaller city like Iloilo City, it's far from smooth. There's no real traffic rules, just instincts. Drivers do what they want. Crossing the street is a risk every single time. Public transportation like Grab, jeepneys, tricycles, and buses, they'll get you where you want to go eventually. But don't expect schedules, comfort, or consistency. Beyond the traffic, there's a deeper issue. Angeles is not a walkable city. Sidewalks are either broken, blocked, or they simply don't exist. And when they do, more often than not, there's a tricycle parked in the middle of them, a motorcycle, maybe even a car. Yeah, that's right, the one space meant for pedestrians to walk is treated like a parking lot. I tore up both my knees tripping on the concrete. Not a stub toe. I mean full falls, blood, and limping for days. There's garbage in canals, alleys, and street corners. Stray dogs wander everywhere, and no one seems to own the problem. It's just an inconvenience. It's unsafe, and it's exhausting. You can adjust. Sure, you memorize the cracks, where they are, the roads to avoid, what time of day's least chaotic, but you never really get comfortable. For all the love I have for this country, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Iloilo City needs to do better. Over the past year, I've done my fair share of exploring. I didn't want to just settle in one place and assume or tell you that I knew about the whole 7,000 islands of the Philippines. I've visited Boracay, Coron, Bohol, Baguio, Manila, Cebu, some of the most famous destinations in the Philippines. Boracay was exactly like everyone said it would be. White sand like flour, crystal clear water, postcard perfect sunsets, but it was also packed with tourists. The beauty is real, but so is the crowd. It felt more like a resort than a community. Coron was raw, almost untouched. The lagoons, the cliffs, it stays with you. But I couldn't help notice the quiet tension between backpackers and the other travelers like me. I don't like backpackers. Ugh. Bohol, honestly, it felt a little overrated. The tarsiers were cool in theory, but they're hard to actually see. And they leave you feeling like you actually bothered them more than you observed them. Now the Chocolate Hills, they were actually beautiful. But the climb up the hill took as long as the view took to take in. Iloilo Beach is just a smaller version of Boracay. It's but slower. Most of it doesn't even start opening till 3 p.m. The places that really left a mark on me weren't the ones on the magazine covers. It was the quiet beaches of Otan, or Kawasan Falls in Cebu. Iloilo's peaceful streets and contrast of the old and the new. And sometimes it was something small, like the streets of Angeles City, kids playing basketball, or riding their bikes with their families. If there's one thing that made the biggest impact on me, probably like any other expat in the past year, it's the people. Filipinos are warm, almost in a way that feels out of place in the modern world. There's an openness that just doesn't exist where I'm from. And it's not just a friendliness, it's a resilience. These are people that lived through typhoons. They've lived through power outages, corruption, and still they find a way to laugh, to sing, to share, and to help. I've been fed by people who barely had enough to feed themselves. I've had strangers stop to help me when I was lost. I've had people defend me when I didn't even know I was being insulted. That said, the experience isn't the same everywhere. In Angeles, especially around Fields Avenue and the walking street or Red Street, there's a level of pressure that can just wear on you. Beggars, vendors, and trike drivers often don't take no for an answer. Some clap 3 times to get your attention before saying a word, and some just follow you. It's not always aggressive, but it's constant. Contrast that with Iloilo, and those things they're almost non-existent. These people left you alone unless you asked for help. So yes, Filipinos are kind, generous, loyal, but like anywhere else, your experience will depend on where you go and how you show up. If you show up with a bad attitude, you're gonna be pissed off all the time. Still, if you treat people with basic respect, you'll get 10 times that back. The Filipino that's their way. In a country with so many challenges, it's the people who make it livable. And more than that, who make it worth staying. So there you have it, my honest opinion, 1 year into living in the Philippines. It's not paradise, it's not perfect, it's real. The Philippines is a place full of contradictions, beauty and struggle, joy and chaos, warmth and pressure. That's right, pressure. I live in Angeles City, probably the most unlikely place to start a family. But somehow, that's exactly what I'm doing. I came here for peace. What I found was something better, a future. With Ding, I made mistakes when I first arrived, but I enjoyed those mistakes. I chased fantasy. I got distracted. I tripped, literally and figuratively. I tore up both knees on uneven sidewalks. I tore through a few illusions too. I found a woman who sees me for who I am. I found a rhythm that doesn't revolve around stress or performance. I found people who reminded me what human connection really looks like. They don't hide in their houses At parks, they're outside, they're playing, they're walking, they're doing stuff. I've lived in the noise, I've walked through the trash, past barking dogs and persistent vendors, and somehow, even on those days when it feels too much, I still know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Because here's the truth. This country didn't fix me, but it gave me room to breathe. It gave me a place to fail without being judged, a place to try again, a place to build something from scratch, and that's really important. And now, with a strong woman by my side, a baby on the way, it doesn't feel like just an escape anymore. It feels like a new beginning. I'm grateful for the mess. I'm grateful for the beauty. But most of all, I'm grateful for the chance. Thanks for listening. I'm James. And for now, this is home. Stay ugly, my friends.
Come on, guys. So come on, guys. Please do like, share, subscribe. Ring the bell so you're always updated with our upcoming videos. And comment down below. We want to hear from you guys.
And do me a favor. If you haven't already, join our membership. Join our growing community on the Ugly Tourist channel. We sure appreciate it, and you'll get perks. Perks are always nice.
I think so.
That's right. That's good.
Stay ugly, my friends.
Stay ugly, guys.